All right, we're ready, Kim.
Okay, so I also promised people on the forum too that I would do a self-acupuncture video as well for YouTube. So I have some of the items here that you will need to do your own self-acupuncture. I got into self-acupuncture because one of my last acupuncturists did a lot of traveling and she wouldn't be available. She gave me a list of people that I could visit, but she also said, you know what, Kim? You know your body really well. She said, you could buy needles and do it yourself. So I did. Now, one of the first things you're going to need is you're going to need one of these special containers, a Sharps container. This particular one I got from one of the local pharmacies, the Shoppers Drug Mart, and they're free. This is the small one. I can get them from free. I can bring them back there once they're all full as well too, because you don't want to be throwing uncontained needles into garbage cans. If anybody goes rifling through there, they're going to get a handful of needles, and you don't want that. Okay, these are the needles I buy. I get them online as well too. My source is Canadian, Lier.ca, and they come in a bulk package. And the reason why I've chosen these particular ones in a bulk package is because they come in these bulk blister packs, and there's 10 each. You can get them individually wrapped, but that's a lot of garbage and a lot of plastic to throw away. So this kind of cuts down on a lot of the waste by buying these bulk packages like this. And like I said, it's lier.ca for Canada, Lierre.ca. I was getting them through Hummingbird, but they were individually wrapped. Hummingbird Medical Supply. So depending on the country that you're at, you will have to check and see what's available to you, because it varies from country to country. Yeah, so these are the ones that I like. Some of the other things that you can do, you can get all this stuff on Amazon very, very easily if you need to, or other websites. This particular, if you're just starting out and you're scared of needles, this is a good thing to start off with. This is a negative magnetic pole, and this one is a positive magnetic pole. It comes with a little instruction booklet if you want to use it as well too. You can oil your skin or just put a little bit of saliva on your skin too. You know, you do need something wet, right? And it'll activate those acupuncture points as well too. So they have varying sizes. You can put them in on different places on your face if you need to, or small points that are hard to access. You can put them all over your body as well too. Yeah, these ones are not a problem. And then there's also this kit as well too that you can pick up. This was $56 Canadian. Yeah, I think this was about $30 Canadian, right? You're looking at about 20 bucks American. So same thing too, these have the magnetic poles, right? Positive, negative poles. And you can either just attach it, right? And then you can, once again, you have to use water or olive oil or something, a lubricant on the skin to create a nice seal as well too. But if you're doing areas that are hard to reach, you can use this tube to stick them on your back. Or you can get a friend. A lot of the points on your back, you might want to get a friend to help you with. There's these smaller ones here as well too that you can use. You'll have to detach some of these and put them in here. So this is an option too. These things are called cupping, right? I also have the glass jars as well for cupping, and I use a cotton ball. Make sure it's cotton, not polyester, and just a fire stick. And I basically barbecue fire starter, and I just light it on fire. And usually I'll have a partner lie on their side, and I'll have oiled their back, and I'll start the fire, and then I'll just put the cup on, right? And make sure that the cotton ball is in the cup, not on the edge, otherwise you'll burn the person as well too. And this is the other thing you can get a hold of. These are moxa sticks that you can get. So if you want to bring heat into a certain point or a meridian, you can light one end on fire and then you can just heat that spot too. I like the smokeless moxa sticks. They don't stink up the place and they won't give you that char look around your ceiling either. The other rather unconventional tool I like to use for my acupuncture is it's actually an erotic stimulation tool. It's my electrostim rod. So my partner got me this gift and we really haven't used it much, but I've used it a lot for acupuncture. I really hate to needle my hands, especially if I'm working around my body and moving. If I needle my hands, it's usually the last thing I do. Or alternatively, I'll needle up my body when I'm lying on the Sarah-Gem bed here, and I will stimulate my hands with this particular item, right? Those points, you can turn it on, right? You can kind of hear it hum a bit. You might even be able to see a little bit of an arc there when it's touching the spot. Okay, and you can vary it as well too. If the point is really sore, you can turn it down. If you don't feel it, you can turn it right up as well too. So this one is very, very, very useful. It probably runs about the $130 mark American or $120 mark American. I paid about 200 Canadian for something like this too, and it has different attachments too. And you can have fun with it in other ways. Now I did want to go over some special points and how to insert the needles as well too. I'll go over some of the different things you can do as well too. With things like, I'm just trying to think of something that would work well for people. I know a lot of people complain of having problems with constipation. So I'm going to give you 3 points that are very, very useful for constipation. And I will show you how to insert the needles here as well too. And like I said, if you're scared of needles, these products and the electrostim tool are probably your best bet. Right? And when you're doing self-acupuncture, put on some really nice, music, some Diva Primal, and just relax. It's your time. Don't stand up and move around while you've got needles in you. Heavens, no, please don't do that. Relax, lie down, be safe. Okay, so this point is really, really important. This point is the large intestine number 4. So it's a great point for constipation. So I have loaded the needle into the tube, right? I catch the tip of the needle this way. I put it into the point and I punch it. And there, it's in, right? So this little tube makes sure that you don't insert it too far. Some of the acupuncturists I've had, they needle very, very deeply, but you're just learning how. Just needle as much as you can with the tube, right, until it stays in. Notice how immediately that point on me is turning nice and red. That means there's inflammation and that heat, that energy escaping. It seems to conduct itself up and out that needle as well too. So that's how you insert that needle. Another really great point for constipation is it's pericardium point, right? You're going to come around here. It's about 4 fingers down right here, and it's kind of in between those tendons right there. This is probably one of the last points you want to do because it's quite a painful point and you do not want to be moving your hands after that point. So this is another one. And if you don't have the needles, one of the other things you can do is you take a fingernail and you can really work that point. I don't find acupressure anywhere near as effective as acupuncture. Acupuncture is very, very powerful for me and very, very effective. See, I'm working it right now. You can see the indent from the fingernail. There's something about this needle. Like I said, that energy just conducts itself up and out of that area. It's very, very effective. Okay, so this point is also good for constipation. Another point that's really good for constipation is on the belly. So you've got your belly button. Do I really have to pull up my shirt?
It's up to you.
So you're going to find your belly button. You're going to go 2 points down, and it's central vessel or CD6. and you're going to acupuncture this point right there. So 2 fingers down from the belly button right here. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell people, I'm just going to take this out for now. So those are great points for constipation if you're having trouble getting that bowel movement moving. I know they call it lazy bowel syndrome, but it's not lazy bowel. Your bowel is absolutely exhausted. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you guys too is you can go to websites online. 2 of my favorites are probably acupuncture.com and yinyanghouse.com. So you can actually look up all the different meridians. This particular one is the bladder meridian. This one is the spleen meridian. This one is the large intestine meridian. We just talked about the LI4 point. Very important point. That point in tandem with the liver 3 point, and I'll show you that one right away, is called the 4 gates. And the Chinese use that a lot for detox. So those are great detox points. So this is the pericardium here, right? This one here is the governing vessel. And we'll go over top of the other ones here. This one is the liver. So liver 3 is right here. Basically, you take the crook of the toe and you go 2 fingers down that crook of the toe between the big toe and the second toe. And this is small intestine. Small intestine number 3 is a really important point. If you needle this point and it's extremely painful, you have a lot of inflammation in your small intestine. So I would actually recommend that you needle that point. The more a point hurts, the more it needs to be needled. And the more frequently you needle it, the better you will feel and the more energy you can have flowing through that area, right? With acupuncture, the concept is to keep qi or life force flowing through the body. Whenever we have blockages in qi, we will have pain and disease and suffering. So when I first started doing acupuncture, I started doing something called Ashi acupuncture. So I would look for the sore points on my body, and those would be the ones I would needle because they were the ones talking to me and telling me that they had blockages and needed to be opened up. So this is the lung point. If you're having problems with breathing, lung 7 is really an important point to do. I've also done lung 5 as well too. That's another great point. You can feel for these points too. They're just under the clavicle and where the arm starts as well too on the body. These ones are really useful too, and you can just work those with your hand as well too. Mine are always sore. Okay, this is kidney. Kidney number 9 is an extremely important part. The spleen and the liver meridian go through that one as well too. So top of the ankle bone, right about here, about 4 fingers up, and you can press around. Usually you can find the acupuncture points. They're a little sore. You can feel either a little bump or a little divot. And that's the ganglion where all those nerves are sitting. Those are what you want to needle. Right? So feel around until you can find them. This one is the gallbladder points. Now they go up and down the leg. Now on my body, these points here, about mid-shin on the outside of the leg, are often the ones that hurt. I also have some around the ears and the back of the neck that hurt too. So I often feel around for those and needle those ones as well too. Okay, and this one, central vessel. Okay, I had shown you these earlier. Central vessel 6 was the one I showed you for the constipation as well too. And then this one is the triple heater. This is our body's furnace. So I oftentimes do these points here, TB5 and TB6 on the top of the hand, right? So right here is one. And then the other one, you can just kind of feel around for it. Yeah, the other one's right here. And like I said, you're just kind of feeling for a divot or a bump. And you can kind of feel them out. They're a little sore. Then you know you've really, really found them, right? You can also look up acupuncture points online. You can type in a search, you can put in a specific point. Another important point that I like to use too is the heart alarm point. It's right here. And then the small intestine, actually the other point for the small intestine is over here is too. I really hate doing these points with needles. Same with the bottom of the feet. There's another really important called the wellspring, or the spring of life. It's kidney 1 point. And, I'd much rather work it with the electrostim tool than a needle. Needling the palms of the hands or the bottoms of the feet is just miserable. So you might want to figure out other ways to stimulate those as well. So, like I said, you can check out acupuncture.com and yinyanghouse.com and explore and enjoy. If people make a request, I can always pull some points for a specific problem if you would like. And good luck.